AOD Athlete for the 22nd of February, guys. This week is our final week of full training before a taper week, before we move into the open, okay? So another real intense week. I expect to feel a little bit beat up by the end of this week, then next week's when we're gonna start to, rest and recover a little bit, ready for the open. So we're gonna start with some snatch conditioning, similar to last week. It's going to be a 12-minute AMRAP, moving through some single arm dumbbell overhead lunges and some squat snatches. In the remaining time of the 12 minutes, you're going to do a build to 1 rep max snatch, okay, nice and simple. Got some back squat, again, strength endurance work here. We're trying to keep that maximal strength up there, so we're just going to build to a heavy set of 3 for the day. It doesn't have to be maximal, we're not trying to PR by any means, just build to what you feel heavy, make sure we get under some heavier load, and then rest 5 minutes and then a max effort set at 70% of above, okay, working that strength endurance. A little bit of low skill conditioning to finish off with. Moving on to Tuesday, we're keeping a touch on some of those higher skill movements, including those ring muscle ups. In case some of you guys get through into that individual quarterfinals, it'd be good to not have, to have still touched on that skill fairly recently. So just in every 4 minutes times 3 to 4 sets, depending on your time, ring muscle ups, single dumbbell box step ups, strict handstand push ups, and handstand walking. Okay, scale the number of reps, the distance on everything, so we can make sure we can get it done in time. Conditioning piece, 16-minute AMRAP, just going to move through nice and steady. 20 box jumps, 12 toe bar, and 10 dumbbell hang clean and jerks. Okay, just moving nice and smooth. Again, this is one of those pieces that we don't want to go all out for maximal intensity. Try and think 80 to 85% there. Core finisher, nice and simple, hollows, arches, side planks, all the basic stuff there. Wednesday's clean and jerk conditioning. We're going to have a little bit of a clean and jerk ladder here with some assault bike in, so you can do 2 sets, each one being per time. Cal assault bike, 3 clean and jerks, Cal assault bike, 2 clean and jerks, Cal assault bike, 1 clean and jerk, building to 90% for that final. You're going to rest for 3 minutes between those 2 sets, okay, nice and simple. So we've been hitting fairly heavy clean and jerks, we've been building to some fairly heavy singles in complexes here, so we should be able to maintain this fairly comfortably. You can power clean them, you can squat clean them, it's completely up to you. You can do a combo of both. If we do struggle, guys, we are finding this a little bit tough, then just drop down the percentage slightly for that second set. Then we've got some nice simple CrossFit conditioning and a little bit of, again, more core finisher, working on some stability. Friday, skill work with bar muscle up, hang clean jerks, and kipping handstand push-ups. So again, all movements that could be in the open for us. Every 4 minutes, 3 to 4 sets. Scale the number of reps accordingly. We want big unbroken sets on this, guys, okay? So if those 8 bar muscle ups are a little much, drop down the number of reps slightly. Mixed strength work with some deadlifts, some bench press, some double unders. Again, just trying to keep that strength in there. And then a nice CrossFit conditioning piece. 2 sets. 5 rounds for time, 8 rounds overhead, 10 bar facing burpees. You're gonna rest 2 minutes between those sets. Okay, it's a little bit confusing, but 5 rounds, rest 2 minutes, 5 rounds, okay? Mimicking CrossFit open workout from last year, so should be fairly familiar with these sort of movements, but it's good to work some of these movements that could be repeats and also sort of know that intensity for when we build it a little bit in the coming weeks when we actually get into the open. Then our Saturday performance piece is again another CrossFit Open repeat. This time it's 19.5 for time, 33, 27, 21, 15, 9, thrusters at 43 kilos or 30 kilos, and chest to bar pull-ups. 20-minute time cap on this workout, guys, okay? So really it's all down to how good you are at your chest to bar, whether you can butterfly them, whether you have to kick them, and where that capacity is sort of at. So we can either try and attack it and see how far through we get, or if we want to actually hit the correct stimulus for this workout, maybe scale to regular pull-ups or drop down the number of chest to bar reps for that, okay? Don't have to go unbroken on those thrusters, but fairly big consistent sets. Again, watch out for our video on this separately coming in the week. Upper strength work, again, we're finishing just with some nice strict pulling and pressing, and then a little bit of movement care. Similar to last week, we want to make sure we're taking care of that body. That's why I've got quite a lot of core work and movement work in this week, okay? Especially as we're up in that intensity now. Like I said, should be feeling fairly beat up at the end of this week, but then next week moving into that taper is really just to try and put the nail in the coffin, all those little final pieces to really be able to attack the open, and then we'll move into our first open week with a small deload around there. Have fun, guys. Any questions, please let us know. Drop a message in the comments or message me. And yeah, have fun, guys. We'll see you again next week. Ready for the open.